Welcome at DEJAZMATCH family, blessed Ethiopian New Year. I had to jump and record this quickly because we hit 5,000 subscribers. The Lion Pride has now 5,000 plus subscribers while I was editing the episode. So the episode, some of it is a little bit outdated. So forgive I, but I had to just record something and say give thanks for joining us on this journey. It's a labor of love. It takes hours and hours to edit, put together, record, do all of these videos. So to know that the family is growing, that ones are appreciative, loving, more comments, more actions. People are sharing, word sound. I'm getting calls, emails. Patreon has started to bubble. Just everything. I just have to say give thanks. I just wanted to jump and say that very quickly. Big up the Lion Pride. The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice. Yes. Now, forward to your regularly scheduled programming. ISIS.
When the lion roar, Princess draw near. And the Rastaman voice them want hear. When the lion is I, RasNegosai representing for the Lion Voice. Yeah man, log in and subscribe and all the vibes. Let this content be the content of choice. Lion Voice.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lion's Voice. Now put it, I jolly for say that.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Come be a part of history and experience the sharing of wisdom from some of the most brilliant thought leaders in our community. Come see Muda Baruka, Styles P, Nori Muhammad, Lawrence Haja, Dr. Dorothy Haile, DEJAZMATCH KWASI, Deborah Hines, and midwife Asasia impart their wisdom at Groundings with My Brothers and Sisters, a holistic health conference. A plant-based breakfast and lunch are included. Looking forward to seeing you there.
We descend from king and queens.
Yeah. Kadamawi, I did Selassie first. Haile and Bessa. Yeah, Alim, Mbarak, I'm not Joe.
You can rock to this. Once you hear the bass, then you can't resist. Ladies in the club, them a turn and twist. Ballers at the bar, popping bottles of Chris. Players in the club got rocks on their wrists, plus the thugs in the club got Glocks on their hips. This is the way we choose to exist. My people confused by rubber Babylon tricks. My people confused, we trapped by the Matrix. DJ make us act like we praise the 666. Gotta stand, we must demand a switch once again. It's time for righteousness, I tell them. Just clap to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Put your hands in the sky, let them know that we praise the Most High. Stand up and clap to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Put your hands in the air, let them know that the Almighty alone we fear. Now stand up and dance to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Get up on the dance floor, let them know that we won't take no more, yo. We descend from king and queens, that's why we should wear red, gold and green. We ignite the track like a match with gasoline and put a fire upon the DJ if him blaspheme. Fire upon the MC if him try scheme to teach my people Satan supreme. My forefathers work hard for them dreams. Them sacrifice themselves to see them race redeemed. Now we sacrifice ourselves because of lust for cream. They gave us poison, now that's what we sell for the green. Making hit records about serving dope fiends. And it's alright, that's the way they make it seem. Until we stand up for this, no hands up. You got to dance to this.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, EmpressMenen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the DEJAZMATCH Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to the Lion's Voice, where the lions are telling our own story. Sometimes I say lioness, but when I say lion, generally I mean lion and lioness, one family. All right, today we say Malcolm Adisamet, which is Happy Ethiopian New Year. Give thanks. For those who have been with the channel for a while, you know that we celebrate the Ethiopian New Year here. And so we are in the new year now. We are celebrating, we are reflecting. Today's episode is going to be 5 things that you can look for from the Lion Voice Network in this coming year. I am coming off my episode I did about failure. If you haven't seen that episode, go and watch that. We failed to meet our goal for last year, which was 100 people. It started as 1,000 people in the Patreon, and then when I saw that wasn't realistic, we modified it to 100 people in the Patreon. We failed by a big margin. So we had an episode reflecting on the fact that failure is nothing to fear. Failure is just a milestone on the path to progress and purpose. So, we know failure well, and we don't fear failure. We walk past failure many times, you know what I mean? So it's just a part of the process. But we had that episode. If you haven't seen it, it's not doing so well, and not a lot of people have watched it. But those who have watched it, big up the ones who, have commented, I've reasoned with on the phone, the few. So I'm recommending, if you haven't seen that episode, go watch it. It's 5 benefits and 5 reasons why you should not fear failure. For everyone who's on their purpose, crucial. Go check it out. I have to, before we get into the topic, which is going to be what are the 5 things to expect from the Lion Voice Network in the new year. We are fast approaching 5,000 subscribers. I was planning to do a big 5,000 subscriber episode, all kind of thing. I don't even have the time, family. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't prepared for the growth that we're seeing right now in terms of plotting out. I thought I would have more time, but it looked like the word sound is getting out there. Big up my Kenya family. Right now, Kenya is just taking over the channel. Kenya is the largest demographic, moving up to almost 40%. Now I know it will balance off in time, but it seems like the Kenya family I hear about the sound, and we know there's a large RasTafari Pan-African community in Kenya, so not surprised. If you're watching from Kenya family, please drop a flag down in the comments. I want to feel some love from Nairobi, from Mombasa, Mount Kenya, all of them places there. I did get my first Kenya comment. A sister from Kenya drop a flag, so big up yourself. She got the comment of the strong. I have 2 comments of the strong, this strong. I couldn't even choose because the love is so mighty, you know what I mean? I couldn't even choose. So I'm going to do 2 comments of the strong a little bit further in the show. Boom! All right, there's no time like the present. I'm going to just go ahead and big up the comments of the strong. We have our first comment of the strong. This came in with the episode from last strong, which was the episode about failure from Hamilton Brown 1989. Big up yourself, King. The brethren said this is the 2nd or 3rd full-length video I've watched on your network. Appreciate the 5 benefits and the info interspersed throughout. Big up yourself. Awareness talk can be a humbling process. Blessed love. And I had to Big that up. Why? Because this is part of the watch and peep Lion Pride. That means it's a brethren that's been watching and he decided to shift to the action Lion Pride and write a comment, let I and I know that he exists. You know, he manifests himself within the ecosystem as commenting person, and this lifted him on Irids for the day. May I tell you, the fact that the brethren commented made I feel so good for that day, and I immediately had to make this the comment of the strong. However, as we continue in the Gideon, we had a historic panel on Wednesday, Growing Up Rastafari, and then I and I sistering, when me don't know from anywhere, named Woo God 3478, tattoo upon her neck, beautiful sister, face tattoo, all kind of thing, where completely different culturally from I and I. But watch how I and I come together now. This is why we say Rastafari and Pan-African, because we are about our people. But she said, I absolutely enjoyed this video learning about Rastafari. And she put so much I, that mean that it's so keen. Everyone was so well spoken, so much wisdom. I love it. Coming from America, everything is different. We are born into no culture at all, just the European mindset. So I appreciate the culture and the positive conscious music. Big up yourself full time. And then the gold, green, red. And I really appreciate love this because it shows you can come from anywhere. We don't, some people think we burn out people because them have face tattoo, neck tattoo. They don't know Rastafari. If you have a real Rastafari in your area, you will know that we deal with everyone. The love is non-partial. The person that the society reject, this is the Christ walk. When Yeshua was here, he was in the slums with the harlots and the robber them, and I as Rastafari find ourselves among the people who have been impacted by colonialism, as the sister said. So the love is pure. My sister Wu God does know that the eye is part of the Action Lion Pride. This is a home for the eye. We welcome the eye. We love the eye. And it's a perfect love. So I had to make these two. And these are two from, as far as I know, non-Rastafari ones watching the content and loving the content, becoming Action Lion Pride. So we focus on the niche, which is our core, which is Rastafari people, Pan-African people. But when you focus on your niche, this is for the content creators. When you focus on your niche, you will connect wide. You find that because humanity is universal. We're all dealing with a lot of the same things. And when you focus on your niches, when you can speak the most passionately and have the most chance to connect. So big up Sister Woo God 3478. Big up Hamilton Brown 1989. The item have the comments of the strong, first time in Lion Voice network history that we have two comments of the strong in one strong, but the item did it. Perfect love and strength. Rastafari. Just to show you, but Lion Pride, big up yourself. We're building something special here, and I'm seeing the watchers evolve from watchers to Action Lion Pride, and it's a joy, and we'll get into all of that in a little while. I'm gonna be in Philadelphia mid-October for the Grounding with My Brothers festival. I'll be speaking on a panel about marriage. On the panel, as you know, I'm a 17-year veteran of the formal institution of marriage. I have been with my queen over 20 years now, you know what I mean? So we have something to say. We're reasoning to young brethren, providing we're ending the silence of the married man, the family man. We have to talk up so that we can build forward the nation. So I'll be on that. You have people like Muta Baruka, Styles P, different panels, but my panel, that's my panel. We'll have the Haile Selassie book for sale. Haile Selassie's Ethiopia will be for sale. We'll have a table there. So we'll be signing books. So if you're in the tri-state area, the Philadelphia area, DMV, you want to take a little short drive out, this is going to be historic. It will sell off. Buy your tickets. So we will be there. We also are looking at a Harambe Hall, RMO Harambe Hall anniversary taking place in Kingston, Jamaica at the end of this month at the House of Dread. That one is going to be big too. So the Unity, Rastafari coming together, the mansions and organizations in Jamaica, finally really putting aside any differences, coming together for this Harambe Hall. There are going to be several presentations in terms of forward agenda. It's going to be powerful. If you're in the Kingston area, if you're in Jamaica, make sure you're there. There'll be a farmer's market, ITAL food on sale, performances, Naya Bingi drumming, whole Rastafari culture. The Harambe Hall is really like an expo. There'll be a town hall. Ones can block sound, ask questions. So it's going to be a whole vibration. And this year, I really feel the Rastafari movement globally, we're going to turn a corner. I feel the energy. I think this is going to be a historic year for the Rastafari movement in general. This is going to be part of the return, that narrative. We had a period of almost like a lull, in the movement, a period of wandering in the wilderness. But I'm seeing the sparks. I'm seeing the new sprouts, a new life. And to that end, we had a mighty panel discussion on Wednesday. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, Lion Pride, you want to go watch this one. This was a joy. The voice of the second generation growing up Rastafari. It's going to be a series. That's how good. I love it. So we'll do a series of panels every now and then, maybe once every quarter. I don't know yet, but where we just bring the children of Rastafari to come and block all different ages, to give their experience and to block up that joy, because we got the whole spectrum, of Rastafari, and unity and diversity. It was beautiful.
And that is a parent's dream within the Livity, is that type of rebellion where, you stay within the righteousness. Is just a different aspect. Because we know that the nature of youth is to seek their own identity. Sister Aishi Wawa,
Okay, so it's very interesting that you asked that question, because person might look at Muta Baruch and say, okay, he's looking like a strict Rastaman, and very, persons have an image of him and a perception of Muta Baruch. But let me break it. All the persons who thought otherwise, first of all, as you know, Muta is also in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
So honestly, my father has never tried to indoctrinate me in any shape or form. He has never said, you must do this, you must do that, or live this way or live that way. They have created this environment where I am exposed to everything. Well, in the sense that I'm exposed to Rastafari Liberty. We go to reggae shows, Sunsplash, anywhere. So we travel. So it's just like you live what you learn, and you learn what you live. So I just, as I said before, take it on to myself. But in terms of, so what the point I'm trying to make is that based on everything, I didn't have strict parents for me to say, okay, because them I say, you have to tie up your head, and you have to wear a long skirt, and you have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to eat this way. The environment that was created in my household was just all embracing, to the point that the discipline of what was being taught allowed you not to want to do this or do that. So even though they weren't strict like that, I never eat meat in my life, and I'm half a century as well. So, well, approaching half a century. So I've never eaten meat. Um, certain things, I've never cut my locks. So certain things, it just come in natural to me. The only thing I can say in terms of rebelliousness, which probably that's not really rebellious, but like, for example, I'll use a simple thing like chewing gum. That is something that my parents never allowed me to eat, chewing gum. And as I reach an adult or in my teen, I started chew gum. Like I wouldn't chew gum around them. But I wasn't doing it like often because even though it's not really something that I would do, chew gum, but it's something that I wanted to do. I saw a person chewing gum. So I said I need to try chewing gum. So but I didn't go extreme like try other food things. So it shows me the level of discipline that my parents taught me without teaching me.
Mighty. So you can see, if you haven't seen the episode, as I said, go and check out the episode. It's a great episode. September 18th coming up, we will be out of YouTube probation. Remember, we did get a strike on the channel. We did an episode talking about vaccine exemption in Jamaica, a victory that the RMO won, and someone block a sound, lick out a sound against vaccine, and we got a channel strike for that. So I just want to remind the family, if you're watching, that these platforms are censorship heavy. So if you are really part of the Lion Pride and the movement, make sure you go over to the Patreon, become part of the Lion Pride and Patreon. You can become a free member too. I don't promote the free as much as I should. Big up all the free members of the Lion Pride and Patreon. I need to do a podcast. I do a podcast over there, visual podcast. I'm overdue for an episode for my free Lion Pride and Patreon members, but the benefit is that we get your email, so you also get the newsletter when the newsletter comes out. As content creators, let me say this, family. Let me just take some time and talk to the family. We are in the digital age. Babylon has built these platforms that have allowed us to communicate across the waters. It's mighty. But we don't own these platforms, family. The name of the game is getting people, meeting the people on the platform, but we want to build the relationship off platform. Email is the best, because if I start burning certain fire, this thing collapse tomorrow, and then we cannot communicate. The movement is extinguished, so we don't want that. So join us over on the Patreon. We would love if the item can become part of the Lion Pride on Patreon, which is the economic engine. I'm not here without the Lion Pride on Patreon, because it becomes a cost-benefit analysis. You know, the time that we are putting in, if it's not generating, then you're not able to keep the pace. So the Lion Pride on Patreon is the engine, and they will evolve. We're trying to get 100 people in there by January 1st. So if you love what you see, you want to see it step up, you want to see us get better camera, better facilities. The vision is building a production facility for RasTafari content on the continent. And we're going to take the journey. Those who have been here before 100 subscribers know the confidence that I have, and look where we are today. And we're just getting started. Trust I have the benefit, being a creative industry attorney so long, being the founder of a music conference. The network is I superpower. I've been saying that. So information and knowledge, once I just sit down and reason with some people and get some understanding, the knowledge increases exponential. So the platform will succeed because I know the power of Rastafari, and I have been blessed to be uniquely tapped into the culture that we can do panels like Wednesday, we can bring in the big artists, we can do all of the things that people love about Far Eye. We're going to start getting into the culinary arts. Big up It's Vegan Ital restaurant. If you haven't seen the It's Vegan episode, we're going into culinary design food, you know what I mean? So highlighting the Ital sipping on the community business in Jamaica. We feature that was on Hagley Park Road. So check it out.
A Rastaman sound, positive sound.
Culture sound system with DJ Culture Fire TG.
And now you're in tune to the culture sound, Rasta sound.
Culture sound, I'm gonna DJ Culture Fire.
Alright, first we're located at 38B Haile Park Road. And we are in Kingston 10 era. So remember 38B Haile Park Road, Kingston 10. Alright, first for me, why I say people is vegan? Because the plant, if you realize the plant is there, it don't run feed life. It a produce. And if you look so much plant, these are reasons why the plant is there for us to utilize. 1, 2, from the get-go, just like all actually the first, you never have a barber shop. So the plant is always there before we start cook. So if you go somewhere and you see the animal and it's the fruits and tree, and you have no fire to cook, which one you can choose? You can pick off of the trees. So that's why I say go. And basically I don't look at the trees in terms of our design. With the eyes and them things. And why we choose plant again, what the result that we get from it. Most people eat plant food. The plant, if we realize some of these chronic diseases, they don't have. I not take flu, not for the sickness, most of the time I don't sick. So, to be honest, my head never hurt me yet, my brain never hurt me yet. I play football for my age. So, me sweet at the me.
Oh, alright.
Alright, and my word as black with the same competition, we could stop back with each other. We could stop criticize each other. Right? We could start build, support each other. Because it start to say, if we employ the other is a race, because we buy the product. Right now, we start produce our own thing and support each other. There are famous president named Carlos Cooks. He was a part of Marcus Garvey movement. He's from the Caribbean island. He went to America. He said, buy black. So let us buy black. And it can work. So we put our dollar together and make it spin it. Now I'm a vegetarian, but the beauty with me, as a vegetarian restaurant, I go to the market. The market is my first place I go shopping. So the money circulate in the market to the person who look like me. And the wholesale, a black feast I see inside support the wholesale. Let us buy black. The weakness with the restaurant, I always the people who look like me with the locks supporting the restaurant. It's the one who don't like me say I support the restaurant. The restaurant needs support. That means we can fulfill the vision by employing people.
Mighty. So you can see, and there's more. I Warrior, big up Me Hungry in Jamaica. Other establishments we're going to be featuring on the platform as well. As I said, I'm just getting started with tapping into the culture. I have several brethren who are connecting me with different ones. I have ones reaching out. I have content right now in the vault where if I don't do another reasoning or another interview, I can drop content into the new year, the Babylon New Year and beyond, probably up until all spring. So we're fully loaded. We have a whole heap of things to unleash and share with the family. So be patient with I and I. If you want to see things step up the pace, then you join the Lion Pride on Patreon. We would love to be able to hire an editor, all of these things to assist. But we're in full production and we're committed to Rastafari, independent, non-aligned media, Rastafari, positive, conscious content. The uprising has to have a narrative, and we are humbled and we give thanks to be able to help to provide that. So let me take the time to just big up the Lion Pride before we go into 5 things to look for from the Lion Voice Network in this new year. And we're judging the year from September 11 to September 11, 2025 Babylon time. So right now, in Ethiopia, it's 2017. You know what I mean? So we're judging from Ethiopia time. That being said, before I do that, let me just take the time and big up again the Lion Pride. And as I said, if you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. We are nearing 5,000 members. We may be at 5,000 by the time that this airs, as it's pre-recorded, as the item know. I am so humbled by the growth, by the outreach. The comments them are starting to come in more. I have to big up everyone. And once you drop a comment as a subscriber, you actively become part of the Action Lion Pride. And the Action Lion Pride are those who are commenting and sharing the content, because any movement, any platform can't work without the people. To be truly independent, non-aligned, it has to be powered by the people. So when you see don't just look at when I put up the Patreon on the screen, I do that because I want the item to know that this is not a one-man journey. We are battling with our brethren and sisters from across the world, across the waters. I have a Lion Pride and Patreon member from Reunion Island. I want to show the item off of the coast of Madagascar for those who don't know. So this thing is global, and even though there are only 14 of us right now, we were up to 18, we dropped down to 14. Things happen, people face problems. I give thanks for everyone who has given $1 to the platform in the Lion Pride and Patreon. Big up yourself. And then we have the Ubuntu Lion Pride, which are brethren who have given over $50 US. They become part of the Ubuntu Lion Pride. They may not be able to do the monthly subscription, but they want to give us strength. They love what they see. They want to give us strength. So we've had brethren in that. They are also part of the Action Lion Pride, and big up the Ubuntu them. Iras, Ras Dexton, both have interviews on this platform. Go and check them out. These are serious brethren. We're connecting the dots. And then you have the Watch and Peep Lion Pride, which is the largest faction of the Lion Pride. Those who watch, never comment, haven't taken any action to push the platform they're watching. Everyone starts as a watcher. Big up the watcher them. Watcher is what Enoch called the angels in the book of Enoch. So, the watchers, they dwell in the mystic. We big up the watchers them who have subscribed. They are part of the Watcher Lion Pride. And then we have the peepers, those who subscribe, but they just want to see when the thing pop down. They don't believe in the thing, why the brethren talk, or they want to see some controversy, or they might listen to your words sound to find when you trip so they can go talk. They are also a part of the ecosystem, the peeping lion pride. And in America they call them haters. In Jamaica them say them bad minds. So these are people who are a part of every ecosystem. If you do not have these people, that means you're not doing anything. So once you do take any action in life, there will be people that do this. The problem is only when you let these people lead the initiative. And the problem is not that they are there, because that is human nature. We accept it. But the problem is if you are led by them. You can listen and pick sense out of nonsense and use it to modify and to refine, which is always a part of every ecosystem. However, you have to make sure that you are not led by these characters. They are a part of every ecosystem, as I said. So big them up. Watch and peep. Lion Pride, big up yourself. All right. We are going to go into 5 things to look for from the Lion Voice Network in this new year. Malcolm and this Met family, we really joyful that we are headed into this new year. All right, so number one thing to look for from the Lion Voice Network this year is an emphasis on building community. We are going to be really curating, investing, building out the Lion Pride. You know, you see me naming the different components because we want to activate the Lion Pride. Everything right now, when it comes on to the world of content creation, media, if you look, it's audience driven. There are two models. You have the audience driven model, and then you have sponsorship driven model. Sponsorship driven model is easily corrupted because when you have the people writing the big checks, as we say, you tend to cater to where the money is coming from. If the money is coming from the people, then you have to cater to the people. So independence, self-reliance comes out of building community. So we're going to really emphasize that the Lion Pride, it's an evolving community. We're like-minded. We're instituting action as, you know, one of the primary features of the Lion Pride. People who are like-minded, who want to see change, who want to see that African future, you know what I mean, that futuristic Edenic, we call it the building of Zion here, in line with the prophecy, in line with what our elders taught us. But that transformation, garrisons to gardens, ghettos to gardens, you know what I mean? We want to change our slums into gardens. I sung about it in a song. So this is the mindset of the Lion Pride. And I'm going to really be investing because the people that we interview on here, you know, are people who are making change. We're very intentional about who we sit down and reason with, who we highlight to the family. So, and we're going to be going global. So just know that building community is an emphasis. So if you're new here, welcome to the family. I will be the chief moderator, but eventually we'll bring on moderators once we can vet people to help us manage the community as it grows. So just know we're building out an ecosystem, and I work full time, and I sit on the board of many nonprofits, and I am a writer, and I have a family, and I have a wife. So be patient with I, but we're building it. And you can see those who have been with us, I've seen the progress, I've seen the steady growth. There's not one period of this journey. We're coming into our 3-year anniversary. There's not one period of this journey that there has not been growth. So the IDMC, we know what we're doing, but just time, we have to allocate the time appropriately. But that is one thing we'll be doing in this new year, is building community, collective security for surety. All right. Number 2, we will continue to highlight the workers in Rastafari. So, you know, a lot of time platforms will get big and they will forget what brought them to or gave them their unique feature. One of the unique features of I is that because I'm a frontline worker in the vineyard, I have encountered many on the battlefield, you know, working for Rastafari. So I know people personally, and those are the people that I started this platform with, even though, you know what I mean, I am an executive within the music industry, founder of Jamaica Music Conference, and I was able to tap into, you know, I have links to tap into pretty much every artist in Jamaica. And I'm just not saying that lightly. That's the reality with the network. So I could have intentionally just gone big artists. We have the intelligence. We can sit down, Rastafari brethren, interviewing big artists, ask some nice questions. We could have built the platform that way and got so many more views and them thing there. But that was not the focus. I wanted to build a platform that was niche. I tell my clients that all of the time, you know, and the niche that I'm passionate about, that I know if I'm going to put this amount of work into, it's going to be Rastafari, because that's I life and I work on the battlefield. So I had to put the passion into interviewing the people that I'm in. I would be reasoning with enough of them people, or most of these people, regardless if there was recordings. We've been doing it for 20 years. You know what I mean? Building, reasoning, works, you know, listening to narratives and getting the stories. That's been I life. So um, that's going to continue in the new year, no matter how big, when we touch million plus, because we're going into them realms there. We will still be interviewing frontline warriors, the battlefield. They may not even have social media, most of them. So we're not depending on them to pull. And even if the episode get 100 views, I know it's core Lion Pride family. These are the other workers who are watching same way, because I reason with them and I know. So I don't get discouraged when I see a video don't get a lot of views, because I know key ones within the network see, because these are people who are also known by their works in the core Rastafari Pan-African community. So I know when people see them think they click, the people who need to see it click, because their works would have spoken for them. That's going to continue in the new year. The frontline soldiers, as you can see, we're slowly escalating, and I'm not going to lie, the name brand interviews with the artists are driving, I know, a lot of the growth. Those are the videos that are getting, you know, a lot of the views. 5-star Celestial view video, #1 on the channel right now. Big up yourself. 5-star young shining artist out of Kingston, Jamaica. He's almost gone 5,000 views with his episode. So I know that's helping to drive the traffic, and we give thanks. And I'm slowly escalating till I start bringing some bigger names that I know what they're going to do as well. But we'll never leave the commitment to connect, highlight, preserve the testimonies of those frontline workers. All right, number 3. We're going to start creating more special features. We just, as I said, did kind of special presentation on It's Vegan Ital restaurant. We're on the move, we're on spot. You know, that's more the Lion Voice vlog kind of vibration. We're going to do more of that. I want to be traveling to different spaces and places, showing the culture, you know, in its natural environment. Yes, I have my nice set here at my gates, where, you know what I mean, reading Ras books and them thing, the nice family man background. I want to be on the front line. I love frontline work, always have. So we're going to be doing more special presentation. This Wednesday, I'm going to be dropping a special presentation, Rastafari Indigenous Village. Got a full tour there. I haven't been able to put up that episode. So parent teacher night, we won't be doing a live this coming Wednesday. So we'll have a special presentation, but we're going to be doing more of them in the new year, where we go to spaces, Rastafari spaces, Pan-African spaces, reason with the ones that get a tour, you know, maybe put some background. And again, the more we have in the Lion Pride on Patreon, the more sophisticated these will get in terms of being able to do multi-camera shoots, B-roll. You know, we want to produce content. So we're going to start out grassroots, but as the platform grows, you'll see these special presentations evolve and get more sophisticated. So, and this is what I tell content creators: you got to start where you are. You know, a lot of times we second guess ourselves again, fear of failure, fear of how we may look. So if you can see the Rastafari attorney go out with him camera phone and capture content and do him thing, I want the item to know that there's no limitation. I don't business well man wants to say about I, because I know that again watch people be there. However, some of those watchers are mighty angels that can change your life with a phone call. I didn't talk about that part there too. Some of the watchers will watch you 10 years and now them see you consistent. They make a phone call or they make an outreach and them change your life and make a contribution. Them think that they have the power, open certain doors. So we can't watch that. We just have to do the work. We know who we serve. Kadamawi Haile Selassie the first is the paymaster. So we know who we serve. We know what we're about. So that is what we do. So look out for more special presentations in the new year here. Number 4, we're going to be focusing again a lot more on Africa, a lot more African reasonings, interviewing frontline soldiers on the continent to get the story of what's happening on the ground. We want to bridge that gap. So we'll be doing interviews upon interviews with our family in Kenya, in South Africa, in Ghana, Ethiopia, Malawi, Namibia, wherever we can find them, wherever there's Wi-Fi, we are going to be tapping into Africa. Also, I have a trips planned. I'm supposed to return to the continent next in this year, coming year. So we'll have on the ground, getting forward on the ground. I'm building in Ghana, so we'll have more of that type of content as well. So look out for more focus on repatriation, more Africa. That is really the story that gets I excited. That's the market. Give thanks that the channel is growing because of that African market. But that is the future for I and I. That is where we will restore the balance of the earth. Stone that the builder refused, it shall become the head corner when we are reestablished the glory of Zion on the continent. That the people can see it and it spreads from Cape to Cairo, from the River Nile to the tomb, to the Timbuktu. Then, only then will the children of the earth put down their weapons of war and destruction. And give thanks for the mighty one of Iration, His Imperial Majesties. I and I have to go set it with our brethren and sisters at home. So we're going to capture that whole journey on the Lion Voice Network. That's why we build a network, because somebody have to tell the story. You want BT, go over there, go build the story. You want CBS, BBC, look what BBC do, His Majesty, propaganda film. We want trust our uprising that we know was foretold and destined to them people there. No, that is not. So for number 4, we're going to focus on Africa. We have so many brethren and sisters doing work on the continent that we want to hear from. We're going to be bringing them forward to hear their stories, to hear what it's like treading Rastafari on the continent. And we're going to have more Pan-African content. We're going to talk to more ones who may not be Rastafari, but have a Pan-African worldview, different names and ones. So look forward to increased focus on Africa. Repatriation time is now. It's happening. And we want to be there to be that voice. Are we going to wait on BET, BBC? Look what BBC do, His Majesty, with the propaganda piece that they ran about the famine. We have to learn our lessons from history. We have to have our own platform. Rastafari Independent, non-aligned media have to be there to capture the stories, make the connections, and let one see reality. And again, I'm going to be traveling to Africa. We're building in Ghana, so I'm going to be there. So we'll have that footage and those in-person interviews and reasonings and special content, all of that. I have a special content with Dr. Naive Rasabuki, Sister Tiana, that I'm going to be putting forward as well. So much things coming. And number 5, finally, this year, look out for big interviews, big reasonings, bigger concepts, the names that you think we don't have reached to, we have reached to them. The people you might think we're not going to bring on the platform, we may bring them on the platform. People with reach, audience. We want to scale the platform. We want to reach bigger audiences. Rastafari is second to none, and this is what I want to show the world. We stand beside everyone. Everyone bow down ironically before His Majesty. I've been in all type of rooms and spaces, and I'm telling the item, I'm an experience that Haile Selassie, Rastafari, is globally respected. That don't mean that people don't fight against me, or try keep it down. But in terms of hierarchically, when I occupy space with other faiths and spaces, respect have to be given. The Irites of Kadamawi are mighty, and ones who saw him in the flesh testify, the aura, and I carry that same energy around. So, again, don't be surprised anything that you see on the platform in terms of, major moments. We're going to try to cultivate at least a couple of them. And we've already shown sparks, if you Lion Pride on Patreon, you see we have a cool herc reasoning for the Lion Pride on Patreon. We never put out the full thing because it was related to an event that we were supposed to do that never manifests. I'll have to talk about that whole saga on the Patreon as well. Let the ones know, because that was a whole saga of the music industry. If you want to hear I talk about things more in depth on the Patreon, let I know, because again, we're curating the community. I want to give the item what the item want. So, but certain reasonings can't just be for everyone. You know what I mean? You have to have certain boundaries. Certain reasonings just for the inner circle. So, Lion Pride and Patreon, the item have to make I know the type of content that you want, exclusive content that you want, rather. We do have the reasoning with Honorable Priest Isaac from the Tiger's Nest. If you want to see that, that's up for the Lion Pride on Patreon exclusive. We got into his whole uprising. It was so powerful. Priest Isaac team said, boy, them not ready to release that publicly. So why they never done an interview like that or a reasoning like that? So, but they said we could share it with our exclusive Lion Pride on Patreon. So if you're a supporter of the Honorable Priest Isaac, you really want to get into the brethren fullness and become a part of the Patreon, that's up right now. But we're going to be doing some big things in this new year. Just know that this is just the beginning. Again, Malcolm Adisamet, it's so joyful for being on this journey with the global Rastafari Pan-African family. Keep the comments coming, please. I am imploring the watchers. Evolve to the Action Lion Pride. Drop a comment. Let us know where you're commenting from. Trust me, it motivates it makes I wake up with a little more bounce, because we know, there's a whole world of support out there. We're going to be able to achieve some of the vision we have, because we'll have the strength. And, join the Lion Pride on Patreon, invest in the platform, invest in the vision, and I commitment to the global families that I will not disappoint the item. I will execute with the resources that the item have, something that has never before been seen within Rastafari, in terms of content, in terms of representing to the family on the highest stages, in the highest forum, in terms of making sure that I image and I narrative is preserved in the essence and the integrity. Invest in and I will execute that judgment. In this new year, great things. And I pray that everyone, Lion Pride, and the many more that watch, because we're getting ready to hit 13,000 views for the month. We only have under 5,000 in the Lion Pride. So many more watch than actually subscribe. So anyone who's watching this, I praying for the success and prosperity in this new year, new beginning, new horizons. What a great time to be alive, family. What a great time to be pursuing purpose. What a great time to really come together, connecting the dots, seeing the global family connect, seeing the uprising happening, seeing the petty differences fall away, seeing people seeking healing from their trauma. What a great time to be alive. What a great day it must be when Africa is free. We are headed toward that day, and we are headed together. Why? Because the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion's Voice.
Lion Voice. We descend from king and queens.
Yeah. Kadamawi, I did Selassie first. Haile and Ya Alim, Mbarak, Anacho.
You can rock to this. Once you hear the bass, then you can't resist. Ladies in the club, them a turn and twist. Ballers at the bar, popping bottles of Chris. Players in the club got rocks on their wrists, plus the thugs in the club got Glocks on their hips. This is the way we choose to exist. My people confused by rubber Babylon tricks. My people confused, we trapped by the Matrix. DJ make us act like we praise the 666. Gotta stand, we must demand a switch once again. It's time for righteousness, I tell them. Just clap to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Put your hands in the sky, let them know that we praise the Most High. Stand up and clap to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Put your hands in the air, let them know that the Almighty alone we fear. Now stand up and dance to this, now stand up. You got to dance to this, now hands up. Get up on the dance floor, let them know that we won't take no more, yo. We descend from king and queens, that's why we should wear red, gold and green. We ignite the track like a match with gasoline and put a fire upon the DJ if him blaspheme. Fire upon the MC if him try scheme to teach my people Satan supreme. My forefathers work hard for them dreams. Them sacrifice themselves to see them race redeem. Now we sacrifice ourselves because of lust for cream. They gave us poison, now that's what we sell for the green. Making hit records about serving dope fiends. And it's alright, that's the way they make it seem. Until we stand up for this, now hands up. You got to dance to this, now stand up. Put your hands in the sky, let them know that we praise the Most High. Stand up